we also realized that you're really flexible with your body, and then in your biography I read that you have exercising and you're trained as in karate for many years. How did you find your similarity, I mean, in the sports and now in the movies?
It's everything that you do as an artist is your own experiences in the past. You can't create something you don't have. It just doesn't work that way. If you have something within you, you can pull it out and explore it and use it and be able to maneuver it over and over and over again and make it appear as if it's the same time. But if you don't have that experience, like me in the Army, never been in the Army, guess what? That's gonna be a huge learning curve for me to hold that gun right, to really have that stance. You know, I don't know if it's this way or this way, but you see, if I knew, boom, I could go automatically. I don't know. I only know what I do know. I know martial arts. I know how I was captain of my football team for 4 years. I helped my parents run their pizzeria. I know all the real estate and how to manage all the real estate properties. And it's no different making motion picture feature films than running a building. You have to hire all of these contractors.
It's the same project.
You have to bring all of this equipment in so that you could build a building. You have a schedule where you have to put, imagine putting the sheetrock up before the electrical. What happens? You gotta rip the wall back down, you gotta put the electrical up, and you gotta do it again. Everything has its time and place.
Discipline.
Yes.
Was it Jackie Chan or Bruce Lee your inspiration when you were exercising?
You know, I think absolutely all 10. Anybody who's like that. Jackie Chan, you know, Bruce Lee, even, you know, Chris Tucker, because he's like a crazy wild, you know, just wild. Even Borat, you know what I'm saying? They're out of control, these jackass type characters. How can you capture this sporadic energy and focus it into one scene and tell a story, scene by scene by scene by scene, and tell a whole story, beginning, middle, and end, while keeping somebody's interest? That's why motion picture feature films are so hard to do.
Okay. Mike, you're my first guest who is coming from Hollywood, and I'm really curious. I
love that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Thank you. I feel...
So we're here in Balkan. We're really curious about the myths that happen there. How would you describe Hollywood from Albanian point of view? I mean, how does this world functions? I mean, we've seen many movies, and some of them they're good, and some of them are trash. Yeah. But we like them. They got the machinery. They know how to sell it worldwide. So how would you describe, as an artist and as an Albanian living there, how would you describe Hollywood? You
know, I'll give you a world view of it and how I see it. There aren't the Albanians out there that you can go to a community of filmmakers and say, listen, like the Jews have. You know, they have a network, they have the community. You can just go into the machine. It's like if you were a fish, and I would put this fish with that fish. There's another fish there. When I went there wasn't another fish there.
So you're the first fish.
I had to create my own bowl. And then other people came into that bowl, and they asked me for guidance and advice, and I asked them for guidance and advice, because I don't know everything. Some people have expertise in certain areas. But the number one thing is, if you want to be in the entertainment industry, you gotta be where the action's at. If you're gonna be in the oil business, most people know Texas, you know, or I guess for you guys, Dubai, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be a stockbroker, Wall Street, New York. Hollywood is where the magic happens, but this is where it gets tricky. So, I make feature films, but why have I made feature films in Baltimore, you know, Michigan, Mexico? Because you don't always make movies in Hollywood. TV, yes. You got the big boxes, you have all the sound stages, just like this place. It's set up, you leave it alone. Feature films, you use practical locations. You go to locations, you shoot them out, boom, boom, boom. And a lot of states have incentives for you to go there. We'll give you 30% of the budget back. That's a pretty good incentive. It's worth covering the cost for the airfare, for the hotels, for the per diem, for food, for the travel. It's still cheaper to go to another state than to do it in Los Angeles. Most people who go to Los Angeles get flown out to Toronto to make a movie. You know, get flown out to Michigan, Georgia, Louisiana. But it doesn't change that it's the hub. You gotta be where the hub is in order to get to these destinations. because that's where the casting directors are, that's where the producers are, that's where the directors are. So if you're hanging out in these areas, but all the work is coming through here, and then they're going out, it's a disconnect. So everybody says, I want to be in the movie business, or I want to be an actor or actress. Like this one girl last night, one of the butterfly girls who was wearing the butterfly. I want to be an actress. I go, well, where do you live? She's like, here. I go, how many films are made here? She's like, I don't know, none. And I'm like, well, you know what? Maybe you shouldn't be an actress unless you move. That's the reality. That's it. Who's your favorite actresses? And then she says actors who are like reality TV. And I'm like, sweetie, no, like real actors. But to me, the reality TV...
Who is your favorite actor?
Who's my favorite actor? You know, I have a variety from like drama to like comedy. But I do lean on the comedy aspect more, like Ben Stiller, Adam Sandler, all of, you know, the guys that come out there with the broad, wild comedy. So, you know, even from the darker, like Christian Bale, you know. Hey, man, I love Mark Wahlberg and I love Jason Statham because they have that kick in their movie that I relate to. I want to relate to that because that's who I am. I'm not the guy who's gonna go there and cry about this, that, the other. I prefer to do a kick-ass, rock 'em, sock 'em, punch 'em, get it going, action adventure, you know?
Yep. When did you realize that you want to become an actor?
You know, I think I realized when I was an actor my whole life, when I was actually in Hollywood, because I was always a character behind the counter at my pizzeria. All I did was mess with the customers. I mean, why not? What are you doing? How about boom, boom? You know, the pizza's in the oven, it's warming up. I'm just gonna stand there. Now, what's up? What's new and exciting? Tell me a story, you know? And you just mess with them.
So you think that actors are born characters?
You know, I've seen...
Until a certain level, then you develop it and you take some practice and you learn and...
I think you're only as good as your personal experiences. I do believe that. But I also do believe that you can learn anything. I know people who have come into my acting class in the past and have just like stunk up the place. Terrible, horrible. But they got up on stage every week and they worked and worked and got better and better and better.
So you must work.
You have to work, of course. People think that things just happen. People think that you just get lucky. You know what, luck's got a lot to do with it, but hang out with some lucky people. There's a reason why people are getting lucky.
Exactly. You have been producing several movies. You debuted with All's Fair in Love,
yeah.
Starring with Christina Ricci, and Cedric and Anne Margaret. Which are your favorite movies and how many movies exactly you have produced until now?
You know,
It was 2009, if I'm not mistaken, that you have debuted with your first movie?
Yeah, I think 2009 it came out, but we started in 2007. You know what I mean? Because it takes
It takes time.
The workflow.
Okay.
But I think my favorite one was the one we just finished. Wow, The Bronx Bull, Raging Bull 2. I mean, I have such a great story on that because some of the actors that are higher grade talent, like Paul Sorvino, he's known for an Italian gangster. Everybody knows who Paul Sorvino is, you know? Goodfellas, Bob, Bob, Bob. And next thing I know, I'm like, where is Paul Sorvino and why ain't he on freaking set? You know, they're like, Mikey Boy, go grab him. I'm like, boom, going to the wardrobe trailer. And I'm like, Mr. Sorvino, we need you on. And he's like, and the wardrobe girl's like, 1 second, just 1 second, okay? And I'm just like, he's like, what's your name? I'm like, Mike Dusi, nice to meet you. Dusi. What's that, like Calabrese or, you know, Italian? I go, actually, it's Mikhail Zev Dusi, I'm Albanian. He's like, really? He's like,
come here.
Come here, kid. I'm like, yes, Mr. Sorvino. And he goes, my mother was Albanian. I was raised Albanian. I play Italian gangsters all the time. I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't say anywhere that you're Albanian. I'm like, does your kid even know he's Albanian? He goes, yeah, my kid knows he's Albanian. I'm like, of course, you know? And I'm like, interesting fact, you know? And to me, I found a lot more of that happening with, even with like talking to Joe Diaguardi in New York City. He's like, yo, I thought I was Italian for a long time. Found out these Abresh Italians are all Albanian, da-da-da-da-da-da. So
now there are many Albanians coming up in worldwide that they have...
Albanian blood.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
See, the thing, I've always known I was Albanian. We always grew up Albanian. I mean, that's...
You speak Albanian? I mean,
Anything before Shepak, Paul, you know, I can get around if I needed to.
Do you practice Albanian in Hollywood?
No, zero in Hollywood land. There's nobody, who am I going to talk to?
Yeah. Do you hang
A
out
goldfish?
Do you hang up with Albanians there? I mean, we have some famous models, photographers. We have the Fadil Berisha, we have Angela Martini, Dildane Zineli. There are many personalities there. Do you gather? There is Luan Begeti, also actor. He's from Macedonia.
You know, man, I think we all do our own things and we're all over the place all the time. I've been to 15 countries this year. I mean, for people, so it's funny because people say to me, I'm going to be in California next month. I'm like, that's awesome. I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be in the south of France, you know? And they're like, oh, okay. And then people like text message you, dude, I'm going to be in LA next week. I'm like, bro, I'm going to be in Switzerland, you know? Like, you're not always in LA. Yeah. That's just how it is. People think just because you live somewhere that you're going to be there. That's not true. I mean,
so you move and you travel a lot.
You never know where these people are either.
Exactly. What is the best part of being an actor? And do you prefer more to be an actor or to be a producer?
You know, that's a great question. You know, my pilot light, I call it like my, you see how that little light is there? It's always burning for the art. I love taking a script and breaking it down, understanding the relationship between the two characters. My objective, what do I want, wish, need, desire from the other character? How, you know, if you don't want to give it to me, what other tactic can I use? You know, hey, come on, bro, I let you borrow my car, why won't you give me your car? You know what, bro, you're not my friend. New tactics, carving them out, figuring them out. And that really gets my engine going. Producing, it's a very linear job. It's very gratifying because you make the impossible happen. Daily, you have to hire new people. You have to get that piece of equipment. You have to get that shot before the sun goes down. No if and or buts about it.
So it's running, controlling. And
yes, it's absolute warfare at its best and the highest level. People are not allowed to say no. They can't not do it. They can't say it's impossible. You figure it out. And as long as you surround yourself with great people, you'll always figure it out.
Would you describe yourself that that you're happy? A happy person?
You know, I used to always say that happiness is overrated. You know, a lot of people, what is happy to you? I don't know what that means. Are you happy? Are you happy? You know, I'm doing what I want to do, always. You can't tell me to go do something, and if I don't want to do it, I'm not gonna do it. That's just the bottom facts. Now, does that make me happy that I don't have to do what I don't want to do, and I can do exactly what it is I want to do? I have those opportunities. That makes me happy. I mean, I've been away from home now for just over 3 weeks. Most people would say, oh, how can you be happy with that? Everything you know, you're bad.
You're homesick.
Aren't you homesick? Right, you know? The truth is, yes, I'm happy away from there and I'm happy here. Wherever I am,
You're trying to enjoy.
Right, people ask me all the time, hey, what's better, New York or LA? I go, I love New York for what New York has. I love LA for what LA has. Most people's mentality go, New York sucks for this, LA sucks for that. I go, why would you go down that road? You gotta try and keep a positive mental attitude everywhere you go. And I think as long as you're doing what you love and your pilot light is always burning for what you're doing, like I'm excited to be here to tell you my story. I love that you came to my movie last night. You're asking great questions in order for the audience to understand who I am more. I'm your first Hollywood guest. That makes me even feel better. I mean, this is an experience. This is a thumbprint on a piece of glass that is ours tonight. That, to me, is priceless. Most people who have that linear job, 9 to 5, you know, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. You gotta do that. I do that also a lot of times, but I do that because that's the process in the development of where you gotta go. This is a process towards the very end of distribution, and you gotta go through that too. And don't say, oh, I love pre-production the best. Oh, I love development the best. I love physical production. Try to enjoy the best qualities of it, that ride, because you're never gonna get that time back.
There isn't a lesson.
Yeah.
What's happening in your private life? You're single, you're married.
Married? Oh man, like the Nusia?
Yeah, we can find you Nusia from here. Would you like?
Oh, bro.
Wait, I have a great idea.
Yeah.
Your father is from Jakova.
Yeah.
Your mother is from
What you gonna say?
So you must have a Nusia from Macedonia. You have the triangle. Especially from Tetovo. I can find you a Nusia.
If you, I swear to God, I got the first time I came to landed in Kosovo 4 months ago. checking out the culture, you know? Me, when it comes to me, I can speak on the American Albanian aspects. The culture from America and American-born Albanian. I can't speak for the culture in Albania, the land. I can't speak for the culture in Kosovo, the land, or Macedonia. I can only speak as an Albanian from New York. I landed, this girl asked me if I would meet her sister, you know, and I go, what?
Arranged marriages. That
Dude,
was in the movie.
I swear, it's right outside of Pristine, that rent-a-car place, right outside to the left. She was so sweet about it too, you know what I mean? And she goes, gotta be my dad too.
But she's really beautiful. She's young.
The works, no problem, you're taken care of, you know? And
she's educated. She has the diploma.
yes!
She speaks English.
But you know, we do it tongue in cheek, you know what I'm saying? But I do, you know, make fun of it a little bit, but what people don't understand is that I'm not really making fun of it. If you really understand this closely, ask people, what is your favorite TV show? I always do this all the time in the States. What's your favorite show? And they go, Game of Thrones. I go, oh, interesting. What do you love about that show? Everything. I go, so you like how the king uses their daughter and the other king uses their son and puts them together for, you know, to strengthen the bonds and make it strong and through recommendations of great, yeah, well, that's how Albanians get married. Some of them. You know, the old school guys.
Yeah.
Now, all these people are having 6, 7 people at their weddings in Las Vegas, you know, and 6 hours later they're getting a divorce. Imagine 600, 700 people at your wedding and you're gonna go get a divorce anytime soon. Good luck with that. The Albanians put the pressure on you. They put the squeeze to make sure, hey, listen.
You have no that type of pressure, I'm sure, because you've been brought up from a different family, more open mind.
Yes.
But are you in love? Do you have any girlfriend? Maybe your crush will appear here.
My what?
In your crush.
My what?
Crash.
Crash?
Yeah, like
Wait,
the girl.
You call getting a girl a crash?
No, a crash, but how would you say?
Oh,
like the
crush.
Crush, yeah.
Oh yeah, like getting a crush on a girl or 2 or 3, maybe 5. They're beautiful, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I'm a human being. Like, you know, you have a girlfriend, you have beautiful girls around you all the time. Guess what? You can't not say you look beautiful today, and that's organic. It's great. But I have only dated American girls because we have a saying in America: you don't date Albanian girls, you only marry them. You know?
Okay, yeah.
But there's another one, it's even better. Is the sex worth the bullet, you know? So you gotta be careful with that because they always have older brothers or a dad who's got a gun not too far.
Okay, the 2013 is almost gone. Tell me what's your future plans for the end?
Oh, wow.
What's coming up next and what will be the most memorable moments of this year? I mean, I'm sure Mikey Boy will be something that will be in your memories, but what you will remember about 2013 and what are your coming up plans?
You know, 2013 was the year that validated my work with Mikey Boy. Full circle to completion. A lot of movies don't get that chance to do a theatrical release in a first-run theater, which is like a blockbuster movie theater in New York City at that level. Most movies will go direct to VOD, video on demand. Or as all my Facebook friends want it online, you know, for free. You know, it's like, where can I get it online? It's like, we're doing a theatrical release, buddy. Relax, kadale, you know? Shkateton. Give it a few months, you get the theatrical release out of the way, you get the VOD out of the way, cable, then you do the DVDs, then you do special bonus in Blu-ray DVDs. Then we'll put it online for free.
So you're a good businessman at the same time.
You have to be a businessman. Otherwise, if you take people's money and you give them nothing back, you're not gonna make any more movies. You know, and if you're ripping off movies and not making money, there's not gonna be any more movies.
Another private question. What do you think is your mission here? I mean, in this world?
You know, that's a really great question because I have a few missions. One of them...
You have many.
Yes, I do. I have very big, high aspirations and goals. And all my goals have unobtainable timelines. And the goals that I do set for myself, I can't possibly achieve in my lifetime. And a few of them have been with really wanting to understand why the Albanian culture heritage has been so suppressed. All the way from going to Durrësi in Albania, looking at this beautiful amphitheater, the second biggest amphitheater in the Balkans, still underground with houses around it, and going to, you know, George Castriotti's castle, and everything in that castle is in Albanian, and the castle is not a castle, it's a museum.
Yeah.
Couldn't you just put a museum next to the castle? Did you run out of room on the mountain? I just don't understand that aspect of that. Put the museum there, put the castle here, show me where he slept, show me where the flag was, show me some stuff. It's not there. The stories aren't. The helmet wasn't even there. The helmet's in Austria. I went all the way to Kruja, so that now I have to go to Austria.
Exactly.
I get it, I understand it, I just don't know why we're still at that level. And then here in Macedonia, there's a lot of that too. And I'm shocked to believe how much of that was. Before I came to Macedonia, thank you, my Facebook friends, they were telling me, be careful. Macedonians don't like Albanians. And I'm like, what do you mean don't like Albanians? And I had my full ship Alba thing, and I pretty much, I got that racism firsthand a few times in Macedonia, which is scary, because I'm in the Balkans, bro.
Yep.
I'm an American kid, but here I am, and I ain't a pushover, bro. I'm not gonna get pushed around, I don't care where I go. And to see that firsthand, and then you test somebody and then they back away from it, and you're like, did that just happen? Really? Because of my nationality? And you could hear them even say it, the Shqiptar, you know? They didn't. Jordi is Shqiptar. You go, they know. And I'm like, wow. And I'll say it on TV, I don't care. This is like what black people in America were like 40 years ago.
Yeah.
This is terrible. And for that perception to still...
We're a little bit late.
Yeah, it's just a little bit late, you know?
Yeah, 40 years.
Right.
Oh, more, 70 years.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But it's crazy to me. And I hope it changes. And I hope everything gets better over here.
And I think
because I've been having a great time.
And I think you're really doing a great job to promote us in the right way all around the world. So we have to be thankful and we're so proud of you.
Thank you. You know, like I said, we have a perception problem, even in America, with what Albanians are. I don't even think I knew how many Albanians were in Macedonia. This is what I'm saying.
So you're learning by yourself, even.
Yeah, I'm learning things. I'm Albanian. This is, you know what I mean? How does anybody know anything? And in the movie, you realize that most of my family is from, you know, Jakov and Kosovo and Kosovo area, but I always say Albania. Why do I always say Albania? Because nobody knows what Kosovo is.
Yeah.
You know?
It's such a new country.
It's a new country. Right. So in order to figure out the perception of what is Albanians, are they this, or are they this? You just gotta be organic and put it out there sometimes. And I think media, feature films, eyeballs on things at this level is the best way to get the message across and have fun while doing it.
Yep. Do you like surprises?
I love surprises.
Okay, I got something for you.
That was cool.
And we were talking so much about it, and I think you'll like it. Nope, you have to open it.
Oh, the other way. I opened up the whole thing.
Yeah.
Hey, sheep! The Albanian eagle.
Yep.
I love it. I love it.
Since you're promoting us worldwide, I thought that something will remind you on this show, Carpe Diem, will remind you of Albania, Macedonia, and Kosovo
This is
at the
beautiful.
same time.
This is beautiful.
It's
Thank
a
you
silver,
very much.
and I hope it will bring you always a good luck. And yeah, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for your time. I wish you good luck with all the projects, with all your movies. Please don't forget us. Let's stay in touch, and the next projects will have a direct Skype from New York and telling us how your projects are going on and inform us and make us feel more proud.
It would be an honor.
Thank you very much.
Faleminderit shumë.
Faleminderit edhe ty. Thank you.